We followed a man named David. That's why we're in this place. When he sings and plays and prays, we feel.
The Cavemen song came out of my own personal experience of walking through a spiritual cave where I was crying out to God, saying, "Where are you? What's going on in my life, Lord? I don't understand what's happening." And yet finding out that God was in the cave with me. And I think we're all gonna have to walk through cave seasons, dark seasons, but God's with us. And the story in the Bible of David and the mighty men is a great example of that. And I'm sure David was confused, he was angry, he'd had all these promises from God to his life, and yet his life at that point looked totally opposite of what God had said would happen in his life. And yet, I think God was at work in David doing a lot, building character, teaching him not to take matters into his own hands, building community. He was probably with some guys he really didn't want to be with, and yet God was teaching him to love well. And so in the song, you'll hear these cavemen there around a campfire and scratching their heads, but believing that God is the Lion of Judah, and one day he will roar, he will deliver us from this situation we're in. And you'll hear the roar in the music, and when God comes to save the day and to bring them out of the cave.
When we got towards the end of the second chorus, this is where it got crazy. And most of the guys laughed the first time they heard what we did to it, what I did to it. But we went nuts. We put lion roars in there. We put screams in there. We had heavy monster guitar riffs, and it just turned out super cool. It's one of those songs that'll just surprise anybody who listens to it, because the way it starts to the way it ends is like night and day.
If you're in a cave right now, it's the safest place for you to be, and God's in the cave with you, and he'll never leave you or forsake you.